welcome to my channel. So there's a new Hallmarky movie, as I like to call, on Netflix called Love in the Villa, starring Tom Hopper, remember Luther from The Umbrella Academy, and Kat Graham. And she's known for The Vampire Diaries. I've never watched The Vampire Diaries, but she looked so familiar to me, and I was like, where did I see her? And then I looked her up, and she was in two other Netflix movies. One was The Holiday Calendar. I really liked that one. It was the one that she opens up a new day every day in December, and whatever the trinket is, it comes true. And then the Operation Christmas Drop-Off, something like that. But it was her and the guy from Vikings, Bjorn from Vikings. I like that one too. The recipe for this type of rom-com, it's very simple. It's girl breaks up with boy, or gets her heart broken by boy, goes to a beautiful location or country where she meets a new boy. By any circumstances, they don't get along at first, but along the way, one of them or both have this epiphany and find out that they're meant for each other. And there is always that gay best friend who here doesn't have that big of a role. All Hallmarky rom-coms have the same formula, but for me, what makes one different than the other or better than the other is the chemistry between the two leads. Here we have Tom playing Charlie, who's a wine rep, and then Kat, she's playing Julie, who's a third-grade teacher who had just been dumped by her very handsome boyfriend, Brandon. Julie has this whole trip planned for her and Brandon to go to Verona in Italy because she's obsessed with Romeo and Juliet. But the day before she's giving him the whole plan of the trip, he breaks up with her. So she goes by herself, and when she arrives at the Airbnb that she booked, that Villa Romantica, she finds out that there's a mixed up and the villa is double booked. And that's where she meets Charlie. And because there's this big wine expo going on in Verona called Vinitaly, there's no other hotel rooms available in town. So she has to, they're forced to share the Airbnb. Julie and Charlie have the whole week to fall in love with each other. But in the process, they're trying to kick each other out of the Airbnb. When I saw that the movie was about an hour and 15 minutes, I was like, what the heck? For a rom-com of this type, for me, 80 minutes, it's perfect. 90 minutes max. But I thought, okay, they're in Italy. They're gonna show a lot of the food, a lot of the beautiful scenery. But no, for the whole hour, they're stuck in this, their apartment, and they only go out to go to the little piazza right there where there's the statue of Giulietta, Juliet from Romeo and Juliet. But they don't really go explore much. So I was a bit disappointed because from the beginning, it seemed like Julie wanted to explore as much as she could in Verona, and she didn't. She spent most of that week fighting with Charlie. One thing that I liked about Julie is that she was just a teacher and she was happy being one. And I'm not just saying like, oh, she's just a teacher. No. Love all teachers out there. You guys are so underpaid. You have to pay out of pocket for your supplies. It's just like, it drives me bananas. When I say that I was happy with her profession, it's that most of the movies nowadays, the female lead, it's always like, ooh, a girl boss, or ooh, a businesswoman. And here she was a teacher and she loved it. And on that note, how can a third-grade teacher afford that trip to Italy on a teacher's salary, the Airbnb by herself? And also I noticed that, her and Brandon were together for 4 years and she was expecting him to propose, but they didn't live together. If you notice, after the restaurant scene where he dumped her, she goes back to her place and you can see it's her place. He's like, he doesn't live there. And I was like, you live in an apartment by yourself and you're able to afford this trip to Italy. Let me not get started with the clothes, because one of the bits of the movie is that the airline loses her luggage. But then she goes to this fancy Italian boutique and buys all these dresses. Every day she has a new dress and different shoes. I'm telling you, for every day, because I look at her feet, different shoe every day. with what money? And I was like, maybe the airline gave her a voucher because they lost her luggage. It happened to me in one of my trips. I had a week and the airline lost my luggage and they say they'll deliver it like in 3 days or something. I just want to go swim. I want to go to the pool. I want to go to the beach. I want to go sailing. Didn't have any bathing suit. I'm telling you, all I had was the clothes that I was wearing, one pair of underwear, no bathing suit. And I told the airlines, like, look, it's ruined my trip because I don't have anything to wear. So they gave me a $50 voucher. The closest store to where I was staying was like a Walmart. For the first 3 days, I was either skinny dipping or going in my bra and underwear at the pool. Speaking of dresses, I love clothes. I love fashion. There weren't even cute dresses. And usually at this Hallmarky type of movies, the wardrobe, it's always so nice and pretty. Even if it's a Christmas movie, you know, they have the scarves, the coats, the boots, the jackets, everything's so pretty. Or if they're at an island, it's the beautiful sarongs and the bikinis and all of that. I did not like one of her dresses here. Well, there was one dress that I liked. It was the white one where she had a shawl over it and she was wearing the heels with the strappy, like the ballerina straps around it. Those shoes were really cute and I liked the dress. But besides that one, I did not like any of the other dresses. Look at this one. It looks so frumpy. The patterns don't even match. It doesn't fit her very well, and that's how I felt on most of the dresses that Kat wore in this movie. It just didn't really fit her. And then we have Tom Hopper, who is so charming, and I love his accent because I'm not used to it. You know, I'm used to seeing him at the Umbrella Academy, and I'm also used to seeing him with that whole, you know, big, is it a monkey suit? That muscle suit that he wears at the Umbrella Academy. So to see him in a nice, very nice real body, it was, you know, the eye candy was mwah. His first scene, it's him wearing just boxers with a glass of wine, nothing else on. I was like, okay, this is a good start of this movie. Look at this back. Look at his back. But I did not feel like he had enough chemistry with Kat to carry on this whole movie. I actually felt like Julie had more chemistry with Brandon, her ex, than with Charlie. Like, I mean, it doesn't hurt that Brandon was also very, very good looking. Like, his hair, that head of hair of his, the beard so well kept together, and he was so nice when he arrived in Verona and they had that dinner and she was drunk and you know she was stumbling and he was like helping her and carrying her back to the villa. He was so sweet. And then when she said, I thought you needed space, and he said, yeah, I got my space, but all I wanted is for you to fill in that space. I was like, oh, Brandon. And speaking of being drunk and stumbling, Verona, it's like mostly cobblestones, you know, the ground. And every day she's wearing like this big ass, like high heels. That's not very convenient to walk around Verona. And speaking of exes, Charlie has a surprise visit at the end by his on and off, on again girlfriend slash fiance, Cassie. And she's played by his real life wife, Laura Hopper. They've been married since like 2014. And you know what's funny? She was also in the Umbrella Academy because I looked her up and she played Klaus's mother. So I'm like, wait, Tom, every job you have, you like bring your wife in. Maybe that's why you've been married for so long. I really like her Cassie. She wasn't so annoying that she was dislikable. The thing that I enjoyed the most about Love in the Villa was the humor and the jokes, even the sarcastic ones. Both leads really delivered their lines with their comedic timing, especially in the bantering scenes. Like I said, there wasn't much love chemistry between the two actors, and I wouldn't mind seeing them, like Kat and oh my god, Tom Hopper in another movie, but not playing love interest, because it seems when they had that funny lines, they were really enjoyable. That's were my thoughts on Love in the Villa, now streaming on Netflix. Oh, I just thought about the last Hallmarky movie on Netflix that I did a video was A Perfect Pairing with Victoria Justice and Brad from, I'm forgetting his name, but Brad from Sex Slash Life. I like that one better, because I like the chemistry between the two leads. Are you interested in seeing Love in the Villa? Are you a fan of Tom Hopper or Kat Graham? Let me know in the comments down below. I keep wanting to say like living la vida loca. Every time I say Love in the Villa, la vida loca. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the little bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you next time. Ciao!